Hey guys, I just wanted to take a second to kind of give you all a little bit of an overview on my kind of journey to Diamond because I managed to achieve that goal in a relatively short period of time and want you to know that it's not really because I did anything special. It's because I followed all of the daily practices and kept talking to anyone and everyone I could think of. But we'll get to that. I just wanted to say up front that every single one of you is capable of getting to Diamond within the next 60 days. Doesn't matter where you are right now, you can do it. I was a longtime Beachbody customer. I had bought P90X just off of an infomercial. I had bought P90X2, I believe, also off of an infomercial. And then I bought P90X3 from Jackie after she had approached me on Facebook about just gauging some interest in whether I wanted to try the new tropical strawberry flavor that Shakeology had put out. She was going to have a taste test group and blah, blah, blah. And I said, okay, I'll do that. I had had Shakeology come into my house for a while. I had bags and bags of it piled up, and I was like, absolutely, I'll give this a shot. So I bought the shakes, and then I believe I bought Brazilian butt lift from her as well, and I was happy. I was happy with that, right? I was happy just kind of having the programs, doing them on my schedule, and not really having to worry about talking to anyone else about it. And then PiYo came out, right? And I was like, oh my God, I want this video very badly. But I knew that I had all this Shakeology piled up. I didn't really want to buy anymore, and I actually, I believe I canceled my home delivery order before I ever signed up as a coach. And I wanted the PiYo, but I couldn't really justify buying it yet. So Jackie was like, oh, well, if you're going to buy it, you should sign up as a coach. And I was like, whoa, I don't want to coach. I don't want to have to talk to anybody else about this. I'm not a salesperson. I'll never be good at this, right? Every negative excuse that I could come up with, I did. And so I told Jackie, no, not a chance. And then I puttered around and kind of half-assed Brazilian butt lift, and then I fell off the wagon, right, on and off again. I would drink the shakes for a little while, and then I wouldn't even drink the shakes, and then I'd drink the shakes, and I'd work out for a little while, and I wouldn't do any of that. And God loved Jackie. She kept checking in on me. She kept asking, if I was okay, she could do anything for me, if there was any support she could give me, if I wanted to be in a free group, if I wanted to. And I kind of just kept putting her off. And then she posted about this smoking booty challenge that she was going to do. And I was like, I can do that. I already have Brazilian butt lift. I already have all the Shakeology. And so I messaged her and I was like, hey, I don't have, I already have all this stuff. Can I join your challenge group? So I want it to be like very important to note right here that she did not make any money off of me when she let me be in this group. Okay, she didn't, I already had the program. I already had the shakes. Now, granted, I had bought that from her, but my point is, like, let people into your groups, because that group for me was a complete kind of eye-opener. I became a daily Shakeology convert. I became very focused on getting my workout in and trying to start focusing on my nutrition. I started to see some real results around my waist and my hips, and I started to feel better. And so in August of 2014, we kind of had a bit of a, I wouldn't call it just a money crisis, but it was certainly money tightened up a good bit from where we were used to. And I was like, oh no, what can I do? What can I do, right? I'd always relied on my husband as our kind of primary breadwinner. He had been doing so well with the businesses that he was involved in, and everything that we've built together, but it's really been a lot of his effort and his kind of blood, sweat, and tears, and I realized I didn't really have anything that I was doing or that I really could do easily that was what I wanted to do. And so I asked Jackie, because I was starting to work out more often. I was starting to see these results, and I was like, well, I could probably do this. This might be kind of fun. And so I asked her, I said, what sort of money are we really talking about you making here, right? And she told me the number. It wasn't just some outrageous number, but she's told me some stories about, say, Lindsay and some of the other top earners in the company. And I was like, all right, well, and then she said, and plus you've already bought challenge packs from me before, so they'll reimburse you for your sign-up fee. And I was like, okay, cool. Well, I'm sold. Anyway, and so I went, and I actually ended up buying the PiYo challenge pack because I just desperately wanted it. And I had canceled my Shakeology HD order before, so I needed another Shakeology order, and I signed up as a coach. So I finally signed up. And then once I signed up, I realized that, I was still so self-conscious, right? And so nervous about trying to talk to anyone about this. I still felt like I was overweight. I didn't look like a Beachbody coach, right? I didn't look like someone that worked out every day. I didn't look like someone that really watched what she ate. And so I was very hesitant to talk to people about it. But what I would talk to people about was Shakeology, because I am a diehard, committed, firm believer in the fact that I have much more energy. I feel fuller for longer. I don't have the same food cravings as when I don't drink Shakeology. Like, I am 100% a convert, and I love telling everyone about it. So I never had any problems telling people about Shakeology, but when it came to any objections, right, I would shut down very quickly. I wasn't confident enough in myself to try and even overcome them. So I kind of went through a period where I had a couple of people buy some things, and when I signed up as a coach, I went Emerald really, really quickly because I had one friend who wanted to sign up, and I signed up Robert. So I went Emerald, I think, within the week. But then I just kind of stopped recruiting, right? I would post about Shakeology and I would do that. But when I started going through the Coach Basics group is really when I started kind of getting pushed out of my comfort zone a little bit and being asked to do homework assignments and post videos and all that sort of stuff. And while I wasn't really too sure about it when I was going through the process, I'm lucky in the fact that I'm one of those people that is like, okay, this has worked for other people, so I'm just going to keep pushing through, and even if I don't see the results immediately, I'm going to keep going because I can do this too. I know I can. And so I kept pushing, and I kept doing every day the tasks with Coach Basics, and I actually think the first time I did Coach Basics, I kind of fell off the last week of it as well because it was still the really long program. But I ran my first challenge group and failed, kind of epically. I stopped posting consistently. The only person out of everyone that I had gotten to say wanted to be involved that consistently posted and finished my group was my mom. And I have to say my mom has been my biggest Beachbody supporter from day one. She's an absolute champion, and she's had some amazing results herself. So she's now one of my coaches too. So I ran it. My mom did the challenge group, and I talked her into signing up as a coach. My friend Shannon signed up as a coach. So now I had 4 coaches, and I was kind of just puttering along, right? I kind of figured that it would take me months and months and months to sign any real number of coaches, and Diamond seemed so far kind of off the map as far as I was concerned. But what happened when I signed up is Jackie said, okay, so if you hit Success Club in August and September and October, yes, then I could earn my trip to the Team Smash Retreat in Salt Lake City. And for me, that was a huge incentive because I was like, I really want to go on a trip. Absolutely. I see all these people posting about Summit and all this other stuff. I want to go on a trip. And so I hit Success Club in August, and I signed up in late August, so I only had a week and a half to hit Success Club, and I did it in August by signing up my husband and my mom and then one random friend, right? And then I hit Success Club in September by signing up some more people. And I hit Success Club in October in time to go to the retreat, and so I got to go to the retreat. And let me tell you, if you have any doubt in your mind about going to any team event, live event, don't. Put all those doubts aside and just go, because the sense of camaraderie, the sense of like acceptance, right? Like I decided to go to Utah and I dragged my husband along with me, and I knew absolutely not a single person that was going to be there. My coach wasn't going to be there. I knew no one. And both Robert and I were welcomed with completely open arms. We met so many amazing people. We got to tour the headquarters in Salt Lake City and meet Jeff Hill and some of the other people that work there, and the stories that they had to share were so incredibly inspirational. It was fantastic. And so leaving that retreat, I had a really big kind of sense of purpose. Oh, and just real quick, the other thing that really kind of drove me to hit Success Club was that Jackie had told me that I could get a free ticket to Summit if I hit Success Club the first 3 months, and I was a Success starter. So I knew that Summit was going to be in Nashville, and I knew that if I couldn't afford lodging, I could stay with my parents. And so that was actually probably the bigger goal, even though the more immediate one was the retreat. Summit was really, I think, what kind of pushed me to do the best I could. So we went to the retreat. It was amazing. And one of the things we did at the retreat is we sat down and we had to do a kind of vision board, goal board style thing as well we could. And so we had to come up with some goals. And one of the big things that people said there was try to make it something that does seem doable, but that kind of scares you, right? And again, this was mid-October. So I wrote it down, and I thought I was absolutely crazy. I said, I am going to be Diamond by November 15th. And that was roughly like a month away. And I was halfway there, but was absolutely just terrified. And this is some goal that I had set for myself. And so we get to November, and I think I had signed one more coach. So I had 5 coaches. And I was like, oh, well, this just isn't probably going to end up happening, right? And I already had started to kind of doubt myself. And Jackie came to me and she said, hey, so here's the deal. If you hit Diamond by November 19th, and you hold it throughout the rest of the year, then I'll be a Star Diamond before the end of the year. And actually how she put it was, if you and one of our other coaches do it, then I'll become 2-star and I'll get a bonus. So you would get a part of that bonus, and it was enough to really kind of push me, right, to do it. So I worked my butt off for 2.5 weeks and talked to probably close to 200 people, and talked to everyone I could think of that I already knew. I talked to my parents' friends. I talked to, literally everyone that I could think of. I talked to them. And I managed to hit it, right? I missed my November 15th deadline that I had set for myself, but I hit the November 19th deadline for Jackie. And I was so proud of myself and so thrilled for doing it that it almost wasn't a letdown when they mispronounced my name on the National Wake Up Call. But it was such an amazing feeling to do it. But I have to tell you, like, again, it was not because I'm doing anything special. It wasn't because the special thing that I did that a lot of people don't do is I talked to hundreds of people. Hundreds. And just kept talking and just kept talking. I also, I think, I practiced the 3 vital behaviors. So I have been doing PIO since the retreat. And I have now, I think, whittled a total of like 7 inches off my waist and some other pretty awesome results. So it's people are seeing the results in me, and so it's a lot easier for them to believe that the products work, right? And that what I'm saying is true when they're able to see what I'm able to do. I also do a lot of personal development. I read a lot of personal development, and one of my goals this year is to do a book a week. So I think that helps a lot because it helps me stay very positive. As far as personal development goes, I think Go for No was probably the biggest like mindset changer for me. It really helps. I highly recommend it. And then the other thing that I do that a lot of people seem kind of astonished by is I ask everyone about coaching. Like if I'm talking to someone about Shakeology, right? Because I get to know people. I get to know them really well. I work on forming them. I work on finding out what their problems are. And then once I know their problem, it's easy for me to try and address it and come up with a solution. So if their problem is nutrition or that sort of thing, then I come up with Shakeology, right? If their problem is they hate going to the gym or they don't like their current workout, then I talk to them about what sort of workouts they like and try and figure out which one of our programs would be really good for them. If they're complaining about a lack of money, then I talk to them about the potential of coaching. But even if I'm only talking to someone about Shakeology, if they go to buy it, then I, one, try and make sure that they understand the value that they're missing out on by not getting a challenge pack. And then two, if anyone like is buying a challenge pack from me, I automatically ask them if they want to go ahead and sign up as a coach because their coaching fee is waived and it will give them the discount on Shakeology on the back end. I've had a lot of people sign up as coaches that I wouldn't have thought would have, and a lot of my coaches right now are discount coaches, so that's one of the things I need to work on to keep my diamond solid is to focus on trying to get more business builders. But I have to say that has probably been the biggest thing that I think I do that a lot of people don't is I ask everyone if they want to coach. And the other thing that I've recently started doing that has helped me a lot, and I think Lindsay's been talking about this a lot in Team Smash, is I created a challenge group application, and it also helps gauge some of their coaching interest, if any. So that's kind of a thing I send people up front to kind of gauge their interest, and I've had a lot of success doing it. So overall, I just want to reiterate to you guys that anyone can hit diamond. Anyone can do it. Just try and remain positive. Try and focus on the 3 vital behaviors. Invite, and read your PD because the difference in your mindset is one of the few things that your other behaviors can't change, right? You can invite, and if you don't really believe in what you're inviting them to, then it's going to come through in your pitches. So work on your personal development. Be a product of the product. Do the things that our team and your coaches are telling you to do because chances are they know what they're doing. They've done it. They've been there. You guys are all amazing and you can all do it too. Hope you guys have an amazing January. Sign lots of coaches, get lots of challengers, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye.